Okay, so if you want to see how I created this look, then keep on watching. Okay, first thing is first, we're going to start by priming our face with the hangoverX primer. For eyebrows, I'll be using the Dip Pomade in medium brown from Anastasia. Okay, so I first start by outlining the bottom of my brow with a Anastasia Beverly Hills brush number 12. Then I start by shading in from corner to middle. And after, I'll outline the top of my brow. I did one eyebrow on camera just to show you guys pretty much how I do it and what the final look is. But the second eyebrow I did it off camera because it kind of takes me a little long to do it. Okay, so to clean under my brows, I'm using the True Match L'Oreal concealer in the shade Medium Deep. Okay, and to blend out my concealer, what I'm using is a Wet n Wild brush. Okay, now I'm picking up some of my Laura Mercier translucent powder to set my concealer. Okay, picking up that palette from Morphe, the 35OM. I'll be picking that color as my transition color. It's like a pinkish cream sort of color. The brush that I'm using to apply my shadow is the Morphe E22. Again, picking up that same palette, now I'll be using that brown color and adding it to my crease. I'll start with small amounts and intensifying the color. Again, with that same palette, I'll be picking up that darker brown and adding it to my crease and blending it out and intensifying little by little the color. Okay, back again to the same Morphe palette. I'm picking up now a darker brown and adding it to my crease. I honestly did not plan on doing the look I ended up doing. I had another look that I was going for, but I ended up just doing something random from the top of my head. Okay, picking up a Morphe M433 brush. I'm using it to blend out my shadow. Okay, so again with the M433 brush, I'm wetting it just a little bit to pick up some shadow from the 39A Dare to Create palette from Morphe, and I'm using the shade Chromatic, and I'm adding it in the center of my lid. Okay, now picking up again that E22 brush from Morphe and applying a little bit more of that dark brown into my inner crease. Okay, so on my other eye, I wanted to try something different. So I picked up some of my True Match in medium deep concealer, and what I'm doing is I'm applying it in the middle of my eyelid. So I'm kind of doing like a cut crease in the middle of my eye to then apply that chromatic eyeshadow on top and see if it gets me like a better look and not so much as the transfer to the top of my lid as the other eye was doing. So picking up my Wet n Wild brush, I'm using that first transition color I used to set my concealer. Okay, again picking up the M433 brush from Morphe and the palette 39A and using that chromatic eyeshadow and applying it to my lid. Okay, now I'm picking up that 39A palette with my E22 brush, and I'm adding that mousse color, that black mousse color. I'm adding it to my outer corners and my inner corners of my crease. Moving on to eyeliner, I'm using a liquid eyeliner from Sephora in black. Okay, onto lashes, I'll be using these Ardell in the style 812. I'm using the dual glue in dark tone. Okay, onto mascara, I'll be using the Maybelline New York Big Shot Mascara. Okay, moving on to foundation, I'm using the Lancôme foundation in the shade 460. I'll be applying my foundation with a damp beauty blender. It looks a little bit better once it's all blended out. So now I'm using my True Match concealer in the shade medium brown, and I'm going underneath my eyes, my T-zone. Okay, now I'm going over my True Match concealer with my NARS and medium dark. Now I'm blending all my concealer with my damp beauty blender. Now picking up my Laura Mercier translucent powder, I'll be applying it everywhere I concealed, which is underneath my eyes and my T-zone. I'm applying the powder with a damp beauty blender, not dry. Okay, now with my M433 Morphe brush, I'll be going back and picking up some of that dark brown color with that chromatic color and putting it on my lower lash line. Now taking my Big Shot Voluminous Mascara and I'm applying it to my lower lash line. Whoops, got some mascara on my nose, but that's okay. If you wait till it dries, it'll just come right off. But if you move it now, you'll smudge it all over. Okay, now picking up my Shade and Light palette from Kat Von D. I'll be using the darkest color on the palette to contour my cheeks and my nose. I am using a Wet n Wild contour brush. Okay, now I'm picking up a E18 Morphe brush and I'm contouring my nose. Now picking up a e.l.f. blending eye brush and I'm blending on my contour from my nose. Okay, so now I'm just picking up a Q-tip, and see how easy was that? I didn't even have to put pressure on that. It was so easy and it came right off. Okay, now I'll be picking up a powder Wet n Wild brush, and I'm dusting off my Laura Mercier translucent powder. And now I'm picking up that damp beauty blender, and I'm just pretty much cleaning my contour to define it and make it look more sharp. Okay, now I'm picking up the Carli Bybel palette, and I'm using the two highlighters to highlight my face. I'm using a combination of both. Okay, now picking up those same two highlight colors, I am highlighting on my brow bone and above my brow as well. Okay, for blush, I'll be using this Benefit blush in the shade Sweep This Golden Pink. Okay, now I'm picking up my Vaseline and applying some to my lips. Okay, now I'm picking up my big Wet n Wild brush again, and I'm dusting off my setting powder from my underneath my contour. Okay, now I'm picking up my NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in the shade Berlin. Okay, now I'm picking up another NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in the shade Abu Dubai, and I'm applying it in the center. Okay guys, this is the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. I enjoyed creating this look. Until next time.